What was training like back in your day?
Completely different than the gyms of nowadays. In my day, there was no excuses. Unfortunately, there was no sports medicine and there were no good mats. That's why my body's in the condition it's in today. But no, you never argued. I went to the gym for between 3 and 6 months, and they didn't show me one thing. They just beat the hell out of me. And if I stuck that out, then they'd allow you to stay. And then they taught you the basics. No fancy moves, no ankle submissions, no grommets or double wrist locks, just the pure basics. An example of that would be the first thing they ever started to show me was how to stand up the correct way so that nobody could hold you down. The reason for that theory was that if you teach a guy a good standing throw that he's good at, and he slips in the process, finishes underneath, and he can't get away and gets beat. Next time he tries to do that standing throw again, he's only going to go at it half-heartedly because he doesn't want to, in his back of his mind, he's going to finish up underneath. So you had to learn everything from scratch, and there was no rush. The sit-outs, the short sit-out, long sit-out, the sit-out, the switches, the counters, and that went on for 18 months basically. That's all I learned. Then they'd put in the breakdowns, then the Nelsons, and then into top ride, side ride. And then you'd always have in the gym old-timers around that when you were making mistakes, they'd, hey kid, come up the mat and listen, you need to get your knee 2 inches over, or bring your hips around here, and get your leg underneath your sprag or your prop. And those little things made it easy so that my opponent was carrying all my weight at all times and I wasn't getting tired. You got people like Billy Joyce and Joe Robinson, Charlie Carroll, Dempsey, Foley, Melris, myself would stay on the mat for 2 or 3 hours at a time with Billy Riley, our coach, sending in guys every 5 minutes just so they get tired or we were beating them too easy. So we'd have somebody fresh on us all the time. And there was no excuses. Billy Riley, if I was like getting ready for a match, Billy Riley wouldn't let me tap out. If I tapped out, he'd kick me out of the gym. He could see how far he was going, how much pain I was taking. And he'd say, that's enough. But like nowadays, you guys tapping out before the guys got the hold on. That never happened in Wigan.